Speaking of spontaneous rainstorms, have you guys heard about the phenomena where clear, almost white jelly substance rains from the sky mysteriously?
No, that sounds awful.
That sounds really sexual.
It sounds right. It sounds like it may be a good time or a horrible time, depending
like
upon
tapioca?
There's a few specific incidents of this happening. Some of the most famous ones occurred in a single town called Oakville in Washington, way out in the sticks. You guys probably never heard of Oakville. Not many people have.
Yep, not offhand.
There's only a population of about 684 people there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tiny.
Yeah.
That is a super tiny place.
My graduating class was bigger than that.
That's like a parking lot.
Sounds like a John Cougar Mellencamp song.
You're not wrong.
So, back in 1994 in Oakville, on a farm, one morning they woke up and they just found this clear, white, translucent jelly had rained from the sky and was all over their fields and grass and trees and stuff. And they had no explanation for it. People don't know what it is. They don't know where it came from. Nobody saw it actually raining. It was just there. And then...
So it could have come up.
Yeah, it could have come up. But, you know, it's on the tops of things. It's sort of, you know, by all witnesses' accounts, it was on the tops of things. It's not really, you know, if it was coming up, you'd expect to see it on roots and the underside of leaves and stuff. But this was on the top of everything. And they tried forever to figure out what it was. And then a couple months go by, and it happens again. But this time somebody is actually there, and it's raining from the sky, and nobody can understand. There's never been an explanation for this.
Was this something that they collected from the sky? They can actually quantify how much
They
rain
did take
fell?
a sample. Oddly enough, the sample contained human DNA.
Ooh,
Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
Really? Was there a scent to it or a viscosity? It just was a gel?
Yeah, it was like a jelly,
smell.
liquidy gel material.
Was it like human, like plasma?
Like just human DNA.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's all sorts of theories. There are instances of this happening. Not the same sort of scenarios, because I don't think human DNA was found in those. There's not a ton of information, but in the other instances, people have come to call it star jelly. They think it's part of like a meteor dying and disintegrating when it flies over the earth and falls.
Was that David Bowie's drummer?
Star jelly? No, that's what happens when you see a bigger star than you.
You get star jelly.
Star jelly.
I am so star jelly.
Boom.
Promo.
But then how would human DNA be on a meteor entering the Earth's atmosphere?
Well, that's the thing, huh? Well, I sure as hell don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh, hell. I don't know.
Oh, hell.
Well, shucks, mister.
So,
Golly gee willikers.
Nick Spry, do you have anything to add to this?
I'm still puzzled by the fact that it is human DNA, just DNA, or was it actual cells? Was it actual, like, white blood cells, or was it, like, human plasma from blood, or how it was, I don't know.
Or is it just trace DNA?
Trace DNA floating in some sort of, like...
Suspension.
Well, so I imagine with like most sort of sky jellies, it was probably like you couldn't really get like a firm spectral sort of analysis on it.
As with all sky jellies, how familiar with sky jellies are you?
Wait, Kaz, have you seen Sky Jelly in a Sky Mall magazine? I'm asking you.
It was a little too expensive for me, so I flipped by it pretty quick. I didn't read the actual description, but yeah, it was...
Fair enough.
Maybe somebody bought some Sky Mall Sky Jelly, threw it out the airplane, was dissatisfied with it, fell to the sky, fell to the sky, fell to Earth.
Fell to the sky.
Further studies showed that the substance contained white blood cells.
Oh, so maybe there was like some type of mishap with the transportation of like blood or something like that. Like maybe they were like bringing, you know, maybe a box of blood fell off like a plane somewhere or something in the sky. And
sure. You mean like in some airplane cast?
Yeah.
Like just like releasing white blood cells and like someone's having like a Johnny Appleseed of the sky with human blood cells?
It's chemtrails with blood cells.
Okay.
Hey, boss, it happened again. I dropped the white blood cells out the back of the plane.
Oh, hell, I told you not to do that the last time you done it.
Oh,
Make
I done it.
Little Cabbage Patch dolls all over the place.
I'm trying to be a realist here. Like how could white jelly with human DNA fall from the sky.
What was
Aliens.
the area that was affected? Like,
Dan
how
Travis.
large an area?
It was a farm in a town of 684 people in Washington.
But so, I mean, like, square mileage, like, how, like, what, was the entire town covered, or was it just the farm area?
It was just the farm.
just the farm. Okay.
Well, I mean, extraterrestrials, they kind of have a backstory with messing with farmers for whatever
Because
reason.
no one believes them.
Yeah.
You think
Would you
farmers
believe
are
a farmer?
untrustworthy?
Yeah, no. Why
How,
would I
how
believe
does
a
this
farmer?
play into other world
Hey, farmers
phenomena?
are the salt of the earth.
Hey, you can't salt the earth when the farmer's around because you'll kill his crops.
Well, except for the clear jelly.
Ah.
Mr. Travis, how does this explain other world events like yellow rain and red rain and black
Falling
rain?
down. There's been black rain?
Yes, there's been black rain, and also, does this relate back to the panspermia theory? Do you know what that is?
I sure don't. Please explain.
So asteroids have trace of some kind of microbe on them, and just like one sperm hits one egg, it lands on a planet suitable for that life, and boom, bingo, bango, bongo, you got some life.
You got a
I
planet.
saw that in a
Bing, bing,
Futurama
bing, bong.
episode.
It's a Prometheus.
So
as
if
well,
it
I think,
is this meteorite exploding and there's no evidence of it, it could be something like that. They could literally be making it rain.
People.
So you're saying that all human
Wow, that
life
was a
might
l-
be the byproduct of some alien adolescent just having a one-off?
All I'm asking you, Nick Spry, is just give it a chance.
the cosmic
all right?
equivalent of throwing your dirty gym sock in the corner.
Jesus.
Well, red rain was showed to be an upper atmosphere disturbance. Black rain was soot mixing in and falling to Earth. And then, purple rain was a fantastic pop record.
I can't
classic.
argue with that.
But I don't think it has anything to do with any of those.
All right.
Well, I think also the fact that it happened in such an isolated area twice seems
Exactly.
a little
Yeah,
weird.
that's the weird part.
It was on a farm. Like, it's not
That
that
does
big
seem
of an
weird.
area in a town of 684 people. That's so remote and so removed.
That's definitely
Yeah.
strange.
It doesn't make any sense.
And it sounds pretty impossible to be a prank of any kind because who's going to get that much white blood cells to just go out and
Yeah,
transient
white
around and
blood
put it
cells.
everywhere?
That's what makes it super weird too.
Some weird Howard Hughes billionaire in the sky with
This'll
long
mess with him.
fingernails, just
Bill Gates.
dishing it out for all you kids.
Bill Gates lives in Washington. I'm sure he likes to have fun every once in
Why
a while.
wouldn't you?
Just explode up. It's Washington.
Oh, that was good.
But it's weird because when you think about it, we could almost do a whole episode just talking about weird rain things that happen. There's been times where it actually has rained frogs, where it's rained fish, where
Meat
it's
rain.
rained.
I've heard of the Kentucky meat rain.
Yeah, Kentucky meat rain. We opened for those guys in Tampa. They're really nice
Yeah,
guys.
What was that, Kaz?
Yeah, apparently some meat fell from the sky in Kentucky. I think it was maybe 19th century, pre 1900s, right before when it would have been able to be verified. But yeah,
That's when all the cool stuff happened.
exactly.
A nice fillet rain. Top sirloin rain.
If you're poor, you're just getting like a chuck eye rain.
Tomahawk ribeye rain.
That would hurt.
Yeah, I'd be staying inside for that one.
Yeah.
Speaking
But-
of which, I'm starting to get a little creeped out by all this guka on the leaves out here. It's,
Have you seen that?
getting a
I've been
little-
watching this, for the
It's
past
getting a
couple
little
minutes.
messy and starting to build up here. It's starting to seep onto the veranda.
What are we calling this? Guka?
This goop.
Dan Travis, were there any health implications from this rain?
There aren't believed to be any. But
Okay. So in theory, I could scoop some up from mint julep here.
Yeah, well,
And
let's
just
put it
see what
on-
I
Let's
got.
hangify that up.
I mean, we already know it's white blood cells. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
That'll just make you strong.
Yeah, I mean, we could have a Superman thing going on here.
Hey.
Hey, supernatural. Ah.
Well, there you go.
Well, you don't want to have the love child of some alien. That's just
I
playing,
don't think
Exactly.
playing
Hey,
Dice
speak for yourself. That sounds
the
kind of cool.
evolution.
This is a new level for me.
We all saw Alien. I don't want any part of that.